If you own more than one car in South Carolina, there's a coverage strategy that most people have never heard of, and it could double, triple, or quadruple the insurance money available to you after an accident. It's called stacking, and it's something that can potentially increase how much UIM or underinsured motorist coverage is available to you. I'm Robert Goins. I'm a lawyer at the Goins Law Firm. Here's how stacking works. Stacking your UIM or underinsured motorist coverage means combining your underinsured motorist coverage limits across multiple vehicles on your policy. And in South Carolina, the law generally allows stacking, which can be a big deal even though most people don't know about it. But let me give you a concrete example. Let's say you have two cars on your policy, each with $50,000 in UIM coverage. If you're in an accident and the at-fault driver is underinsured, you might think your maximum liability recovery beyond the limits of the at-fault driver is just $50,000. But with stacking, you could potentially access the $50,000 on each vehicle, meaning in this case, 50 times 2, which is $100,000 of combined UIM limits from both vehicles on your policy. And why does this matter when you're in an accident? Because the at-fault driver's insurance often, unfortunately, is not enough, especially if it's a very bad collision and your injuries are severe. Minimum liability in South Carolina for all vehicles is just $25,000. If your injuries cost more than that, your medical bills are more than that, your pain and suffering is more than that, which most often always is true, then your own UIM coverage becomes your safety net. Stacking multiple policies that create this safety net means the potential from sometimes a partial limited recovery into a full total recovery. You know, I will tell you about a case I recently had. Our client had 3 vehicles on his policy, each with $300,000 in UIM coverage. Now the at-fault driver, the one that caused the collision, only had $25,000 in coverage, which again is the state mandated minimum limits here in South Carolina. Our client was hurt badly by the negligence of this driver, who rear-ended our client on I-26 going well over 80 miles an hour on the interstate. Our client had to be taken to the hospital by ambulance, rushed into emergency surgery, and it took several months for them to recover. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, but the at-fault driver's insurance coverage of $25,000 just wasn't even enough to even start making our client whole. That's where our client's underinsured motorist coverage came into play. We were able to stack all 3 vehicles' UIM limits and recovered $900,000 for our client off of their underinsured motorist coverage. The case literally would have been a $25,000 recovery only if we had not been able to use our client's underinsured motorist coverage. And without understanding stacking and the law related to stacking, our client would have been limited to $300,000 of their underinsurance coverage. That $600,000 difference when you stack vehicle 2 and stack vehicle 3 is a good example of having experienced legal representation on your side so you can recover as much as the law allows. If you've been in a car wreck and you've had multiple vehicles and you're trying to understand whether you can stack coverage and what the total amount of stackable underinsured motorist coverage may be in your case, these questions, these concerns, we're happy to answer for you. Just give us a call. Our number is 803-350-9230. We want to help you.